even sure what I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with that. People talk about how bad game preservation is. Like, the preservation of these old game commercials can be abysmal sometimes. Okay, so let's just address the elephant in the room. Grand Theft Auto didn't really get started on the PlayStation 1. Uh, it was ported from the PC version of the game. But I figured might as well just look at it while I'm looking at the PlayStation 1 because, Grand Theft Auto is often lumped in with the PlayStation brand, and when the hell else am I going to talk about this game again? So, Grand Theft Auto. This series was created by Rockstar Games, who at the time were known as DMA Designs. DMA is made up of a couple of guys who actually wanted to be musicians, but the record company they signed on with, for whatever reason, decided to start making video games. At the time, they were probably best known for, the cult classic strategy game, Lemmings. And after, developing a good track record, the team decided to take a crack at their dream game, which was an open world crime simulator where you could just go buck wild out in the city. The game would release initially on PCs and would prove to be incredibly popular, eventually being ported to several other consoles, including the original PlayStation. I was actually really curious to check this game out because it's funny to think about any other PlayStation game, Grand Theft Auto game, that exists prior to, the third game in the series. Unfortunately, I hate to say this, but I was not really impressed with the original Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if that's just the nature of the PlayStation port or if, that speaks for other versions of the game, but it honestly felt a little sloppy to me. So, Grand Theft Auto is exactly what you expect. You take the role of a thug and just are tasked with performing various objectives around the city. It doesn't go much further than that. The plot of this game doesn't get anywhere near as deep as other games in the Grand Theft Auto series. It really is just go here, do this, take this car, take it there. So if you're expecting something as deep or complex as Grand Theft Auto 4 or Grand Theft Auto 5, you are probably looking in the wrong place here. Presentation-wise, I gotta be honest, I think it kind of sucks. The game is really flat in its design, and because of that, it can be a little hard to read at times, especially when there's elevation. Sometimes I'm driving down a road thinking I'm about to hit an intersection, only to realize I'm going over a bridge. So I can't make a turn. There's also not really a map function, so it's real easy to get lost. I mean, there's just some things in this game that I feel like should have been ironed out in playtesting, and the big thing there are the controls, which are just really weird and really finicky. Like, I just didn't find myself enjoying this one a great deal, but you do kind of have to praise the design for the time. Most games like this were typically just racing games, but Grand Theft Auto is anything but. Outside of the fact that you can actually get out of your car and hijack other vehicles, you actually have to perform certain tasks around the city, ranging from getting a specific car, taking it to a point, eluding police officers, and doing all that fun stuff. There actually is quite a bit here that would be commonplace in the gaming industry moving forward. But at the same time, there's probably a reason you don't hear a lot of people talk about the original Grand Theft Auto. Regardless of the issues the original game has, it was still really popular when it came out. It was still very much a cult game at the time because, we were still getting out of that phase in the industry where video games were seen as kiddie fare. So a violent open world crime simulator probably was a bit of a hard sell at the time. Grand Theft Auto would eventually surpass that and move into the stuff of legends within the video game industry with the release of Grand Theft Auto 3, which was the game that really popularized the open world sandbox. And since then, Grand Theft Auto has just become one of the single biggest franchises in the entire industry. It seems like every time a new game in the series comes out, people just drop everything to go buy it, and like, it always sells gangbusters. And it's also become an easy target for social justice warriors who think they're doing us all a favor by trying to have these games banned, which has always been a little silly in my opinion, because I have played so much worse than Grand Theft Auto in my time. And that trend still continues today, as Rockstar has recently started to gear up for Grand Theft Auto 6, which is due out. Actually, I don't know. I think it's supposed to come out this year or next year, but no. You guys probably know I'm not the biggest fan of the Grand Theft Auto series in general, so I really don't care about Grand Theft Auto 6. But when it comes out, I might give it a shot. But yeah, that's going to do it for the original Grand Theft Auto, so hope you guys will join me tomorrow as we carry on with the PlayStation Retrospective.